forehead on the mat. Now, if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, you can place a block underneath it because child's pose should feel really supported. It's a resting pose. If this is uncomfortable in your knees or your ankles, you can also roll the blanket and place that behind your knees as well. Our next pose is cat-cow. So you'll find a tabletop position with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, finding a nice neutral spine. And then take a breath in, bring your shoulders down your back, arch your spine, reach your chest forward, look up. And then as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, drop your chin for cat. Inhale, arch forward for cow. Exhale, round your spine for cat. You can go as deeply as you want into either of these movements or keep it nice and shallow for a gentle warm-up. From the cat-cow, we'll lift up and back to downward facing dog. In Sanskrit, we call this Adho Mukha Svanasana. So if you hear that, you'll know that it means downward dog. So hands plant on the mat, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the floor and start to straighten your arms. Reach your hips away from your hands and maybe bend your knees one at a time to help stretch out the back of your legs. Perhaps over time your heels reach towards the floor, but it's important to keep in mind drawing your shoulders down your back and lengthening your hips up to the ceiling. You'll stay here for a few breaths and use this between different sets of poses in a traditional yoga class. Now from downward facing dog, we're going to reach one leg up into the ceiling and then step that leg forward. Good. Step your back foot forward, meeting in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Again, your knees can be bent here because you want your spine to make contact, the front of your belly to make contact with your thighs so your spine can really lengthen down. You can put your hands on the floor. You can grab your elbows here, something to allow the back of your spine to really lengthen. To stand up, press your feet into the mat, rounding down, and then hinging from your hips, stand all the way up, reaching your arms overhead. Good. We're coming into mountain pose, so bring your arms to the side and plant your feet right underneath your hips. Good. All four corners of the feet round down here so your weight is evenly distributed, and then draw your shoulders down your back, fingers towards the floor. Good. As you reach your heels into the mat, reach the top of your head towards the ceiling, opening across your chest. In Sanskrit, this pose is called Tadasana, and it means mountain pose. For mountain pose, we'll find tree pose, which is an easy balancing pose. And there are many ways to find tree. I'll start with the most simple. You can bring your heel to rest right on top of your ankle and your hands together at your hearts. You can take this a little bit further by bringing your foot onto your calf or grabbing a hold of your ankle and placing it on your inner thigh. Find somewhere to place your foot that is above or below your knee. And then again, hands can come to your chest or you can reach them overhead. Lengthening your fingers away from your heel and standing up nice and tall. Good. After tree pose, lower your foot down to the mat and we'll find a warrior pose. So take one leg, step it forward to the top of your mat and take your other leg and reach it to the back of your mat. Spin your whole heel down so your toes point to the long edge of your mat. Hips are going to open out to the side and arms extend forward and back. Good. Send your gaze over your front fingertips. This is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2 in Sanskrit. Make sure that front knee is stacked right on top of that front ankle, and if it's going way too far forward, then either pull it back or take a little bit of a longer stance so you can find nice, strong alignment. Good. After Warrior 2, we'll move into Warrior 1. So in Warrior 1, our hips are going to square to the front of the mat. So bring your hands to your hips and take your back toes and point them in so they face the front corner of your mat. And turn your hips to face the front of your mat. Again, bend deeply into that front knee so it's stacked right over your ankle and extend your arms overhead. Make sure to really press through the outer edge of that back foot so you lift through the front of that back leg and reach your chest up, reaching your fingers up. Good. Now lower your hands down to the mat. Lift your back heel up and step your front foot back to meet your back foot in a plank position. From plank, lower your knees down to the mat and lower your belly all the way down onto the floor. Take a breath in, keep your hands right under your shoulders and roll your chest up, pulling your elbows back behind you for Cobra Pose. Cobra Pose is a gentle heart opener here, so rather than pressing into your hips and straining your neck, can you gently pull your elbows back and lift your chin slightly, finding length through the front and back of your neck and length through the front of your belly. Good. Press into your hands now and come back to Child's Pose. Our next pose, we're going to find lying down on our mat. So turn to lie down. towards your armpits. You can grab your ankles, pull your knees a little deeper, or maybe you grab the outside edges of your feet and gently pull your knees in towards your armpits. Now this is called Happy Baby, and what do babies do when they're in a movement like this? They move, right? So you can rock gently side to side, you can straighten one leg and then the other. You'll often find this pose towards the end of a yoga class. It's a great way to relax and release. And our very final pose is Shavasana. So bring your legs together and stretch them out long onto the mat. Let your shoulder blades slide under your spine and your arms extend down your side. Shavasana means corpse pose. And so we spend a few minutes at the end of every class just resting. So allow your gaze to soften and your eyes to close. And allow your body to get heavy and relaxed.